everybody. Welcome to our round 4 match against the Madison Marvels. We're bringing our Hanover Horde Gold team today to try to stay undefeated. The Hanover Horde Gold team is currently 3-0 on the season in national play and looking to make it 4-0, but we've got a tough rival ahead of us today, the Madison Marvel. So they are new to the league, and they're definitely a very good, well put together and well coached team. So it should be a great match today. We're playing hybrid maps, which means it's a lot like control maps in the fact that you have to take the point, or you have to take the payload in this case, and then once you take the payload, then you need to transport it and try to get as many points as you can. There's 3 points you can get in this map. We will try to push the payload, and then the enemy will defend it, and then vice versa. The enemy will try to push the payload, and we'll defend it. Whoever has the most points but after both those rounds within the same map will win the point. It's a best of 3, so we'll play up to 3 maps today. So whoever wins 2 maps will get the win, and then move on with the win on the season. So we'll get started in just a few minutes. You can see we're still pulling some players in from the Madison. We're looking at a 4 o'clock start time, Eastern time. So if you're waiting, if you want to stick around for a few more minutes, we'll get this match started. Really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, and you can watch this short video here on how to watch Overwatch.
In the Overwatch League, the action is fast and frantic. To help you get the most out of your viewing experience, here are 3 things to focus on. First, the objective tracker. Want to know who's winning the map? Start here. The objective tracker shows each team's current score, objective progress, and remaining time available. Teams may start a round using one strategy, but then change it drastically as their remaining time dwindles. Each round ends when the attacking team runs out of time and they don't have any players on the objective. However, if the attackers remain on the objective as time runs out, the round enters overtime. Overtime extends indefinitely until the defenders can clear the objective of all attackers. Second, the unit frames. This is where you can see which heroes each team's players are using and the current status of those heroes. Each team's roster is separated by role. The damage players are on the left, the tank players are in the middle, and the support players are on the right. Eliminated players are grayed out until they respawn. Any status effects like hacks, stuns, or sleeps are also highlighted. The unit frames also show each hero's progress towards earning their ultimates, sometimes referred to as the ult economy. Checking each team's ult economy is a great way to determine which teams will have the advantage in the next team fight. So, look for teams to combo big offensive ultimates for maximum firepower and to save their powerful defensive ultimates to withstand enemy engagements. The unit frames and objective tracker are great places to look before and after fights, but when the action gets heated, keep your eyes on the kill feed. The kill feed shows you when a hero is eliminated and who on the enemy team is responsible. The kill feed also shows how the hero was eliminated. A white arrow signifies a basic attack. A bold arrow signifies a headshot. And if an elimination is scored with an ability, whether basic or ultimate, the kill feed shows that too. In addition to eliminations, the kill feed also shows the destruction of important objects like Torbjorn's turret, anyone that Mercy resurrects, and important ultimates blocked by D.Va's defense matrix. There's a lot of info to process during a game of Overwatch, but by referencing 3 simple parts of the screen, the objective tracker, the unit frames, and the kill feed, you're sure to catch every small moment of every big play.
All right, welcome back. I hope that short video, if you're not familiar with Overwatch, helps you kind of know what to look for in watching the gameplay. It does get a little confusing if this is your first time watching Overwatch, but I'll try to talk you through some of the nuances of the game and what to look for. So we will be starting out with the Horde in blue. As you can see, these are all our players on the left-hand side. Normally we have our matches in the center, but with the number of cases we have of COVID going on, we're trying to keep as many players that are capable of playing at home for these next couple weeks, get us through the holiday season, And then hopefully we can start to get back together more with less worry about some infection. So we usually do a really good job here social distancing. So we still give the players options of getting together and playing here, but we're just trying to limit these next couple of weeks. So you'll see the players here. We'll go through an introduction real quick. We've got DC Fuse, so that's Declan. We got Pizza Freak, that's Jack. Weirdo, who is Colton. Slith097 is Logan. Kid MDK is Declan. Or I'm sorry, Liam. And Hitscan is Hayden. So that's our lineup for our gold team. This is pretty much a complete team we had from last season. We do have one new player, Slith097, who is Logan, but the rest of the players are returning from last season, which is why they are a super competitive team in this league. So we're just waiting for a couple more players to show up from the Madison. You can see there's a couple empty slots. They're still getting situated out there. Hoping to get started here pretty shortly. We'll just watch this quick commercial break and hopefully come back to some match play.
Game over.
Welcome back. All the Madison players are currently checked in, just waiting for the okay from the Madison coach to tell us we're good to go, and we'll kick into this map. We're playing 3 maps today: Blizzard World, Eichenwald, and Hollywood. So once we get the go-ahead, we'll kick off our first map, which is Blizzard World. Really fun map. These hybrid maps are some of my favorite. You get a little bit of everything in these. Like I said, the intent is to take the payload, so the payload's going to be out there. The opposing team's going to be defending. I think we'll actually start out on defense this time, so we'll be defending the payload, trying to get them from taking it. If they ultimately take the payload, they're going to try to escort it and push it through 3 different points as we try to stop them in a certain amount of time. If they manage to get all 3 points, then they will score 3 points for that round, and then we'll switch sides where they'll defend the payload and we'll be trying to push it. So time is of the essence, but more importantly, points. If you get more points than the other team, if you push it to 3 points and you push it to 2, then you win that map. So it looks like just a couple more minutes, we'll get started here. And they said a 4:05 start time, so just a couple more minutes and we'll get that kicked off. I know our players are anxious to play this match. We did have a short break over the Thanksgiving break. We got a few more weeks, and then we'll take a couple weeks off for the Christmas break. Give everybody a chance to spend time with their families. But particularly our teams do a really good job. They practice throughout the week together, particularly our gold team. They do a really good job playing together between the matches and staying sharp. So no doubt we'll come back from the break really sharp as a team and look to finish the season strong. We do have tryouts upcoming, so if you're interested in trying out for one of our Overwatch or Fortnite teams, we got tryouts on the 12th and 19th of December. We do have a schedule out there. It's CNH, Charlie November Hotel, CNH schedule.as.me/XP. Or if you go to our XP Hanover Facebook page, we've got it posted all over there. So if you'd like to join us, in the league for those tryouts, the 12th and 19th of December. Even if you've got no experience playing these games, it's a lot of fun. From entry level to pro gamer, we'll take them all, teach them how to play the game, and we'll all have a lot of fun together. This really is a lot of fun. Competitive youth esports here in South Central Pennsylvania. We're really excited about it, and the thing that makes us excited about it is how excited the kids are about it. They get sweet gamer jerseys, the gamer tags on the back, so it's a lot of fun. So just another minute here, and we'll kick this thing off. I've got 4:05 on my swatch, so we're going to head and kick this off. Let me just make sure he's ready, and we will start this map. All right, like I said, we're playing Blizzard World. All right, so let's get this going. All right, so I'll be able to fly around the map, hopefully give you a good perspective on what this map looks like.
Initiating match.
All right, so these are the type of maps you have with particularly the hybrid and the escort missions. You can see there's a lot of up and down, a lot of places to put players on to put defenses. Here you see the final point that you have to get to. So this is the third point. Let's fly back here, fly along these tracks. These tracks are the way that the payload will be escorted. The second point is right here. Then it'll proceed down this point, this path,
Ready for battle.
down here to the first point. And then this is where the teams will come from. So Madison will be trying to take the payload first. So you see them assemble here, and the Horde should be well on their way down here to take defensive position over the payload. So here you see them come. Looks like we've got a pretty standard lineup for us. We've got a little bit differences. So we do have Reinhardt and Reaper, which is pretty common for us, but we are working a Bastion and Ana today. What else we got here? And the Marvel players are just getting ready to come out, so let's see how we plan to defend this. Here they come. Looks like they're coming out the right side. Let's see where we decide to set up our defenses. Looks like we're going to set up our defenses over here as they come out the left flank. Follow them along as they come up here. And we decided to take the high ground here as they come out this little portal. So it's a pretty good battle here initially. See if the Horde can drive them back. A little bit of action going on all over the place. We got their Diva did manage to get up top, but our Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle, our Reinhardt managed to take them out, which is big in these escort maps. Those tanks with the heavy shields are really important and critical. So the Horde does manage to take out the Marvel's first push, but it's far from over. We decided to settle this choke point up here, and it looks like might be taking the fight to them a little bit. And looks like we're smartly backing off. Again, this is a really good choke to hold. They're coming around the left-hand side this time. So let's see how we hold them up. We do have our Ana up here, raining down fires on them, making it hard. They've got their tank down here with the shield up there, Reinhardt. We go in for the charge, but kind of holding back, letting them take the fire. And we did manage to take out their Reinhardt. Again, he's a critical piece to these escort missions because that heavy shield is really important. Let's head forward and see what Pizza Freak over here is doing. He's just being a little bit disruptive, falling back with his team. Your DPS definitely wants to stay with their team through the map. Don't want to get too far forward. You see, again, we've got a Widowmaker up there now, so it looks like Hayden switched over to the Widowmaker, and he's up there raining down sharp fires on him. Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle here, and again, the Reinhardt, just good play by Kid MDK. Taking out their Reinhardt, which is really a critical piece. I'm sorry, that's DC Fuse. That's Declan. DC Fuse there, playing the Reinhardt, doing a really good job. Alright, so the Horde's done a good job. 1:52 seconds left on this map, so they need to secure the payload within 1:15 seconds or they finish with 0 points. Alright, so again, Reinhardt on Reinhardt. Good pin by DC Fuse, but he's out here by himself, so he needs to fight his way back. Unfortunately, he's severely outnumbered here, and he is going to get taken out. So that's one of the risks of the charge. You push too far forward, and then the team just swarms you. 1v6, you're never going to win a 1v6. You know, you're going to win a lot of 6v6s and 5v5 matches, but If you go in there by yourself and push too far forward, you're super vulnerable and the team can mass their fires upon you. Alright, so they've got a good opportunity here with us, with our Reinhardt out, but we'll see if he works his way back in time. So again, they're pushing in deliberately with that Reinhardt, but he's just too far out there in the open, and he's not getting the support that he needs from his support staff there when he's making those pushes. They really got to make a hard, concerted push to get against this Horde team. Where we've got a really accurate player and our Widowmaker and Hayden up there, rain down fires with the Baptiste up there as well, so it's making it hard on them to push to this choke point. Again, we got a Reinhardt on Reinhardt standoff here. But again, he's taken out. He needs the rest of his team behind him. This is the ultimate team sport. And the fact that teams have to play together. And they have to play together really well, or else they're not going to be able to gain any ground. Not pushing. So there you see Pizza Freak. Jack with the ultimate. Does manage to take out two. He's continuing to push the battle. And the rest of the Horde team comes down and decides to pursue the Marvels. So you can see what a well-timed ultimate can do to disrupt the push of a team. Only 5 seconds left. It doesn't look like the Marvels are going to be able to secure the payload. So they will finish this first map with 0 points. So really good job by the Horde. They found a really good choke point. They've been planning this strategy all week. The Marvels did a good initial push there initially, trying to go with that flanking position. But then they came up the middle and they just couldn't gain any ground. So at this point, the Horde will be spawning from this location and the Marvels will be pushing from the opposite direction. So the Marvels will get released first. They'll be traveling down this direction. I assume they're going to probably take a pretty standard traditional high ground position here, just like the Horde did. And we'll see what the Horde brings to the table in terms of pushing out. Whether they try this flanking position through this little doorway here. Like you said, the Marvels did a pretty good job pushing through that the first time. Had us a little bit on our heels with that initial push, but we rallied, we pushed back on that initial charge, and held them off. So you can see the Horde members here, fairly similar. Looks like we're running, is that a Winston? We might be running this time, and a Genji. Looks like Hayden switched over to Genji. And on the opposite side, they're running Brigitte. Looks like, what else they got? Yep, they got a Roadhog. They got a Doomfist. So they really switched up their lineup pretty considerably. They're running a Moira, a Torbjorn, and a D.Va. So they've really switched up their lineup. A lot of times you'll see that, particularly switching from offense to defense. Switching up your teams to provide you a better defensive team, which is what Madison's done. So we've got our Genji, our Hayden pushing out here with the Genji, deflecting with his Genji blades. Some of the fires coming in. Doing a good job staying behind their shields. Let's see if they can get through this defense of Madison. Let's take a look at it from the other field of view here. Here you see the Horde pushing through. Madison's doing a good job pushing them back, but the Horde is making some progress. Looks like a couple good takeouts by Pizza Freak, DC Fuse, Genji with Hayden. So really good team effort there. And they're pushing towards the payload. So here you see the first point. And they take the first point, and since they didn't have to push the payload, taking the point was enough to secure the win for the Horde. So good first map by the Horde, really dominant performance. Like I said, this is our premier team who will see the play of the game by DC Fuse, which is Reinhardt, who is Declan. So he comes in here for the charge, he pins to Reinhardt, takes him out. Looks like they're had a player drop off the map, so good job there. Really good team effort. Not any one player stood out. They played as a team. Particularly out throughout the whole map. So really proud of the Hanover Horde Gold team. Let's go ahead and credit them with a point for that. So good job, Horde. They now go up 1-0 on the Marvels, and we will go to the next map. We'll give it 5 minutes, so we'll play some commercials, and we'll be right here back in 5 minutes for our second map, which is Eichenwald. All right, so stay tuned. Hello everybody, my name is Josh, and I want to introduce you to two clubs we're offering here at Code Ninjas Hanover. They're Minecraft Club and Roblox Club. If you have a Minecraft or Roblox fanatic in your house, and they're between 7 to 14 years old, get them enrolled in these clubs. They're going to have a really good time. These clubs run on Mondays. Minecraft Club runs 5:30 to 6:30, and Roblox Club runs 6:30 to 7:30. And they're going to teach your kids how to develop games within Minecraft and Roblox. Minecraft uses a software called MCreator, which will teach them how to use, and it builds mod packs so they can develop their own Galacticraft, their own Spider-Man version of Minecraft. Really, the sky's the limit as creative as they want to get with MCreator. Roblox uses Roblox Studio, which is a great 3D game development environment. It also teaches them how to work in 3D design and understanding the physics of working in a 3D game development environment. So both softwares are great. The other added benefit of this is that you kids will be able to take this software home and install on their own computer. So it's not just the 1 hour a week they'll be able to work here. They'll be able to continue to work on what they learned at home. Each one of these clubs is $89 a month, or if you sign up for both and you want them here for the 2 consecutive hours for the club, it's $159 a month. So a little bit of cost savings there. So these slots are expected to fill up quickly. We have just a few left, so if you want to get them enrolled, get them enrolled. The clubs start in October, and we look forward to seeing your ninjas here at the center.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rotate. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me. Dead. All right, push up with me. Push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills.
You love being Battle Mercy.
Yeah, Battle Mercy.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does?
So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boop
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. Nice. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to get. Good game.
All right, we are back, getting started here in just a couple more minutes. Should be a 4:20 kickoff to our second map. So, like I said, the Horde did a really good job against the Madison Marvels. The Madison Marvels are new to the league. This is their first season playing, where most of the Horde Gold members played all of last season. I definitely don't want the Madison Marvels to get discouraged with that match. We've got a lot of hours playing together as a team, and they're really only 4 or 5 weeks into the season. So, and they're going to get there. I think last year we really saw the level of play from the start of the season to the end of the season just exponentially grow. So, really good, valiant effort by the Marvels. You can tell they're well coached because they stayed together. And they played well. So congrats to the Marvels for really doing a good job against a tough team in the Horde that we have here in Hanover. All right, so we're going to kick this map off here in another minute once I hear from the other coach that he's good with the 420. And then we'll get this thing kicked off right after this short commercial.
Dude, I got all the kills that first.
I got the Mercy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
hold it as long as I can. Damn, I don't take. Nice! No, let go! It's done! Nice. Good game.
All right, let's get this thing kicked off. So this is our second map of the game. This is Eichenwald. So this is our German map. I spent a couple years stationed in Germany. Really love Germany. This is kind of the traditional old German style castle map. Really, again, another really fun map to play. I really like all these hybrid maps. You can see all these little corridors and routes that you can travel around to get around the map. So let's travel around this direction so you can see these little avenues. A lot of opportunity for flanking maneuvers you can take through this map.
Ready for battle.
All right, so as you can see, this time the Horde will be trying to escort the payload, and Madison will be defending it. So you can come down.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
So here you see actually the Horde. Yeah, so the Horde is in red this time. So we did have to switch sides, so in order to allow each team to defend and take the payload. So that's why we switched sides. So if you're rooting for the Horde, they're going to be in red this time, and if you're rooting for the Madison Marvels, they will be in blue. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Horde here. So the Horde this time is running a Wrecking Ball. Here they come, instantly met a good charge by the Madison team, but their Reaper, their Reinhardt's out here kind of in no man's land, but he does manage to get back, so it pushes us back. Do manage to take out the Wrecking Ball. Alright, so we've got some skirmishes going on here. Madison's done a good job pushing back and setting up their defenses this time. So, but the Horde does manage a couple of good takeouts of their Moira, and now the battle is on the point. Alright, so they do have a Reinhardt there, but it looks like we have all our members on the point, so we should start taking it, and then we can start to escort the payload. So we have secured the point. Now we can start to push this payload in the direction of the Madison Marvels. You can see they're held up here in this little choke area. Let's see if we can get in here and take a look. It looks like they are going to try to hold this choke as we set to push up through this map. Looks like we're kind of sneaking out, starting a little bit of skirmishes, but largely just... So they they are working a Torbjorn this time. They had their little Torbjorn turret set up here, but Horde manages to take that out. Your Diva's going up here. Let's follow the Diva. Hanzo ultimate got unleashed. So it did manage to take out two of the Madison players. So good job with that Hanzo. That is, I believe that's Hayden. H-Jackhammer, or hit scan in this case. You see some little skirmishes going over here, but the payload continues to move. Alright, let's get over here and see the payload as it moves towards the second point. Looks like they're going to try to set up here at the entryway. So they got the Symmetra up here, put a little transport point up here to again, be really disruptive. The Horde did manage to get to this point, so now the Horde has 2 points with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left to get to the next point. There you see an ultimate unleashed. The Coalescent by the Madison team, but mainly used for healing. Didn't do much damage against the Horde team. And the Horde continues to push. Right, the push continues by the Horde. They're doing a good job. Right now, Madison's a little bit, having a little bit of a hard time trying to get together and defend the Horde, because the Horde is moving the payload so quickly, so efficiently, and then our DPS, our Jack and Hayden just do a good job. Another ultimate unleashed by Hayden. Between a combination of Diva and Haven's ultimate, they take out 4 of the Madison players. So excellent job by the Horde. Again, just pushing, just making it really hard on Madison to even try to stop the payload. They do have Moira over here that did manage to stop the payload just for a second, but it wasn't enough. And the Horde pushes the payload to 3 points with 5 minutes remaining. We'll see what the total time is. 4 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. So we will switch sides. That time comes into play if both teams manage to score 3 points on the map. So if the Madison Marvels come out here and are able to score 3 points and push the payload to all 3 points, then each team will have a payload to push again whatever time they have remaining on the clock. And whoever pushes the payload farthest will ultimately win the map. So the teams are assembling here. Let's see how we line up today.
Ready for battle.
See if we have similar lineups. So the Horde will be running a Reinhardt, a Junkrat, Brigitte and Ana,
Incoming in 30 seconds.
a Zarya, and a Hanzo. And they will be playing defense, and the Madison Marvels will be pushing out here shortly. So let's see how the Horde plans to set up their defense. So it looks like they're going to look a little bit of this high ground. So we'll set up on this high ground, Radiance of Fires up top, with our primary tanks down here and DPS play defense. So you see Hanzo here and Rain of Fires. Let's watch it from the perspective of the Madison Marvels. Alright, so they're doing a good job staying behind their shield. Looks like they might be trying a little bit flanking maneuver here. But the Horde's quick to meet them with deadly fires rained down on them. Again, Hanzo, that's Hayden. Really accurate fires pulled down on them, so it makes it tough. You got Jack, Pizza Freak, playing the Junkrat character this time. So a little bit of a switch up. So let's again watch it from the Marvel standpoint, see how they're trying to push through here. You got a Zarya here. Again, the Horde's doing a really good job of fragmenting their pushes. The DPS is a really critical piece for that by engaging them at different stages of the map, not letting them mask their fires, picking them off one by one. There you see the Hanzo getting a couple quick shots, and then a Reinhardt blast just takes them out. So they really need to, Madison Marvels really need to get together and mount a concerted push to get past this Horde team today. Looks like we got the Hanzo over here by himself, and he is taken out by the Madison Marvels. So if you can go to see, even if he's one of our more skilled players, can easily get kind of lost in the map, and it isn't much for a 1 versus 3 to take them out. So we got 2 minutes 25 seconds. So they did manage to they sneak somebody by. So that's a good technique. If there is a spawn pin going on, a good technique is to try to sneak around and draw people back. So it looks like Madison has a Mei now, so that's what you see that ice shield was a Mei. But the Horde did manage to respond, get back to the spawn point, or get back to the control point, and take that, keep them from securing that spawn point. So we'll see if they try a similar technique, if they try to send somebody back around again, trying that spawn pin. The best way to defeat that from Madison's standpoint is to try to sneak around, send somebody quick like a Lucio, like a Reaper that can get around and try to get to the point which will pull the Horde away from this choke point, which they're having a really hard time pushing the Horde back from this choke point. So a good pin by the Reinhardt here. Reinhardt, nice job by DC Fuse. That's one thing that the tanks do really well, is they give space and time, and that's exactly what they did. The Reinhardt, again played by DC Fuse, went in there with a charge, made space for the DPS and the rest of the team to come in there and just clean up the Madison Marvels. So here comes another push. Let's see if they're able to mount something here. Let's see, a Diva Bomb. Unfortunately, missed on the Diva Bomb, so the Marvels weren't able to do too much with that. They are doing a good job, though, pushing. They've got the Horde a little bit pushed back, but Pizza Freak managed to take out 4. I missed that. I assume he unleashed his ultimate. Well, I'm sure I'll probably see that as the player of the game with 4 players taken out with that, which again I assume was an ultimate. So here you see Hanzo again. They're coming one by one. They're not going to last too long against this Horde team because the Horde team does a good job staying together, keeping their support with their tanks. Again, tanks making space, tanks giving them time for the DPS to get in there. And the Hanzo ultimate unleashed, and that might be the play of the game, taking out 4 of the Madison Marvels, and then the team cleans up the rest of the team. So only 10 seconds remaining. It doesn't look like the Marvels are going to be able to secure the payload, so this map will go to the Hanover Horde Gold team. Really decisive victory by the Hanover Horde Gold. Really good job. Let's see who the player of the game is. My guess it's either Junkrat or Hanzo with that ultimate. So it was Pizza Freak. Was that Junkrat? Let's take a look at it here. So he unleashes that tire up over the top. Wow, they couldn't even see that coming. Drops it down right on top of them, and 1, 2, 3, and then he follows it up, taking out their Reinhardt with the 4th elimination and a 5th elimination with the rest of the team there. So good job, Pizza Freak. Great job, Hanover Horde Gold team. They just a dominant performance today. I want to give a shout out to the Marvels. They played well. We've got a really solid competitive team here, so I want to make sure that they don't feel too disparaged by that play today. It is a tough team, formidable team in the Horde to take on. So we'll be back here shortly. We might see if they want to play another practice round, a scrimmage round. So right after this quick commercial break.
Game over.
Whoa, look at this. Look at what? Oh, wow.
All right, we are back. I got everything swapped over, so it looks like we're going to play a scrim match here with the Horde team, or with the Madison Marvels team. So let me just make sure they're ready to go, and we'll get this kicked off. Another opportunity to play another team. If you are watching this stream, stick around. I'm probably going to end this stream, but I'll start another one with the start of our next map. We've got the Hanover Heroes taking on the Dragons from Triangle. And then later tonight at 7 p.m., we have the Hanover Horde Silver team taking on the Franklin Magic team, I believe it is. So a lot of good esports action from your Hanover teams. Root them on, cheer them on. Really excited for these teams and these kids to come out here and face this competitive play. All right, so we'll see. I'm just waiting to hear if they're ready to go. And once they... I'll put some in here to see if they're ready. And then we'll kick off the scrimmage map. And then, like I said, we'll get set up here shortly for our second match of the day, which is our Hanover Heroes taking on the Triangle Dragons. All right, so a lot of good play, a lot of good action ahead of us. And we always try to take advantage of these scrimmage opportunities. So even though, again, we won two of the maps, technically we won this match, but in order to give both teams and increase the level of play across all the divisions, we're going to play this as a scrimmage. So this is our Hollywood map. This only makes both teams better. So with this Hollywood map, they're going to escort the payload. Here you see the payload that they're trying to take. All right, and we'll see. And this also gives teams a lot of opportunity to try out other players in competitive play. So you'll often see a lot of players come out with different players than they wouldn't otherwise play. So should be fun. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Again, this is the payload. It's the, at this point, I think we pushed the payload first this time. So we will, as the Hanover Horde, be attacking the payload, and Madison will be defending. We are in blue. The Hanover Horde is in blue. The Madison Marvels are in red. So it looks like the Hanover Horde is bringing a Wrecking Ball, a Torbjorn, a Mercy, Genji, Hanzo to the fight, and Madison. Looks like it's a pretty similar lineup they had last time. They got a Diva, a Reaper in there, a Moira. All right, so let's see how they plan to defend this. Here you see the spawn point. You see the Horde setting up. We got a Hanzo up top there. That's hit scans. That's Hayden. H-Jack Hammer. Looks like he's going to try to pick them off as soon as coming out. Right. They do a good charge, but again, that Reinhardt really needs support to get out there. But looks like the rest of the team's trying to come in here from here. We got a Moira taking on this Torbjorn cannon, but he's not going to do much damage there. So Madison's looks like going to reconsolidate here a little bit and try to push out. Alright. Looks like we got a Zenyatta. So Hanzo and Kid MDK both with takeouts of the Madison Marvels. So you got Slith097 here playing Zenyatta. Again, being disruptive. They haven't been able to push past this turn yet. The Kid MDK playing Reinhardt this time with the hook on the Moira and takes her out. So let's go ahead and follow some individual players around. Let's follow the Wrecking Ball. This is DC Fuse. This is Declan. He's in here against the Reaper, which isn't a good matchup, so he smartly breaks contact. Let's take a look at the Mercy in here. Mercy, this is Colton. Weirdo, resurrecting one of our down players. So really good job. Brings Jack, the pizza freak, back to life. He's running, looking to get some more health. So never take discount what the strength of the team a good support character like Mercy can do. Colton's one of the best in the country. He's super rangy, gets out there, takes care of his team, makes sure that they're healed. So good job, Colton. Let's take a look at the next player. Who we got next? All right, here we got Zenyatta. So this is Slith097. This is Logan. So it looks like we continue to have that Torbjorn cannon there on the edge, which is nice. So again, pushing them back, trying to do a spawn point choke. Let's take a look at what we got here. All right, this is Kid MDK playing Roadhog. Alright, and let's touch Hanzo. Hanzo unleashes his ultimate and takes out two of the Madison Marvels. So good timed ultimate. But they come right after him with the Diva, which is what they need to do. But again, Colton there with the Mercy, healing him up. They do get their Reaper with the Death Blossom, but quickly the Horde takes him out before he can do too much damage. So anytime you unleash that Death Blossom, you really need to make sure that you either drop and surprise them so they can't put an end to it, or you have support or tanks there taking space, time to distract them in order for that Death Blossom to really be fully effective. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a broader view of this fight. Again, they have 60 seconds to try to take this payload, and again, the Horde doing a good job just holding them back. This Torbjorn cannon's been really a problem for them. Looks like they're focusing on it and take it out, which is what they need to do. Looks like they are going to try to flank down here to the left a little bit. Let's see how this works out for this Diva here. So gets his heals, but quickly met by Torbjorn here. They also have a little turret set up and doesn't last long, and they'll probably quickly take out the baby Diva here, which they do. So good job by the Horde identifying that potential flanking maneuver. Looks like they got a Genji coming in here. So it's a Genji on Hanzo fight, but the Hanzo wins that one. So really good job by Hayden holding off the Hanzo push. And again, getting the heals from Mercy. Just really good teamwork. You can see that the DPS and the support characters work really well together to delve the damage they need to delve and then get back and get their support and their healing that they need to get. So The Hanover Horde keeps the Marvels from getting the first, from securing the payload. So now we'll switch sides. The Hanover Horde will try to get the payload. If they secure the payload, they win this map. So we'll switch sides here. So this is where the Horde will push from. So it'll be interesting to see who the Horde comes out with today. Here you see what the spawn point looks like. So this is where the characters spawn from. And if they ever go back in here, they can switch their characters up, or they can get additional healing back in this area. And then they'll come out these doors, and we'll see where the Marvels plan to set up. Again, the conventional defense is set up around this area here. And there are ways to flank it by either getting up top here, going through these doors, and then trying to flank them from this position, which is a good technique, or coming in through this building and trying to flank. But if you set up around this corner, it's a hard choke to beat. So we'll see how Madison sets up. They should be working their way down here, and we'll see how the Horde decides to counter that. Looks like the Horde is putting Orisa in to the lineup with and also looks like Slith is running instead of a Zenyatta this time, a Lucio. Other than that, Kid MDK switched back to his Wrecking Ball character. And on the Madison side, looks like they've got Ana and an Ashe. So it looks like they're going to try to play the long game. See where they place that Ashe at. So it looks like they're going to play back here. So Hanover's coming out quickly, trying to take this corner. Again, you got to get out there and be really aggressive to take this corner. Good pin by their Reinhardt. Takes out Pizza Freak, which is Torbjorn. So really critical character for us. But the Hanover Horde, particularly with Hanzo, taking out 4 different characters pretty quickly for the Hanover Horde. Allows the Horde to get to the payload pretty quickly and take the point. So that's going to do it. The Horde wins the third map, decisive faction. Again, if the Madison Marvels watch this, please don't get discouraged. You guys are 4 weeks into the season. I'm sure if we play you guys again and later in the season, you guys are just going to improve exponentially. So Hanzo, I'm sure this is when he came through. He got that one elimination there with his double kill there. Follows up with a third kill. Yeah, so just excellent job. Hanzo play there by Hayden, H-Jackhammer, also called Hitscan in this game. And that'll do it. So a very good victory by the Hanover Horde Gold team. They move on to 4-0 on the season, so still undefeated in national play. Congratulations to the Marvels. You did a good job preparing for this week. We look forward to seeing you guys later in the season. So good game all around. You see our players saying good game to each other. That'll end this game, but if you want to come back at 5 o'clock, we're going to prep for our next match, which is our Hanover Heroes taking on the Triangle Dragons. So thanks for joining us today. Again, come on back at 5 o'clock for our next stream. We'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so join us there.